Here is Sabino Lace doing her first ride with 11-year-old Annie. Annie is riding bareback in a halter and working with Nina on having a really good whoa. We're clicker training her whoa, so we ask her to walk a set number of steps and then Annie pulls back and whoas, and when Nina comes to a complete stop, Annie clicks and then treats. The number of steps that she travels each time before we ask her to whoa increases. At first we only asked her to go about 10 steps, and by the end of the video she walks for about 30 seconds or more before being asked to do a nice whoa. Nina already knows how to stop when you lift the reins, but what we're trying to do is look for a more polished. It works very well, as after this lesson, Nina is ridden by 2 adult riders, and she whoas very nicely for both of them, even though it was an 11-year-old that taught the lesson. Annie is doing a great job of treating Nina from her back. It's very hard to lean over and keep your balance while the horse is shifting its weight away from you to wrap its head around to take the treat. Each time you add an obstacle to the process, it's an added distraction. So while a horse might have been able to walk 20 steps on a straight path, if you add a turn or you add an obstacle, the difficulty is increased. This is something that's hard to think about for a human, but from the horse's perspective it is a significant change, and so you need to treat it as such. If you think of distractions methodically, you can avoid getting into a situation that scares your horse. It's our goal that Nina is never scared in part of the training process, but actually goes through steps incrementally, and the difficulty increases in a way that she can understand and makes her feel comfortable. In this process, the first distraction was turning, the second distraction was walking over the poles, the third distraction was walking over one small bridge, the fourth distraction was walking over 2 boxes, and the fifth distraction was 2 boxes and then 3 poles to earn 1 treat. Nina and Annie accomplished all of this in about 3 minutes of riding. A week later, we put Les on Nina for the first time. It's a significant weight difference. Les weighs about 155 pounds. Nina does well with the extra weight. She rides like a nice Welsh mountain pony is supposed to. We have Les work on Nina at the trot. We're looking for the same thing. Trot a set number of steps, go through an obstacle, and then whoa to earn a click and a treat. If Nina doesn't trot the set number of steps, Les lets her keep walking, but she doesn't earn a treat, and then he asks her again. He doesn't try and keep Nina in the trot, just presents a situation that says, hey, if you keep trotting until asked to whoa, there's a good chance that you're going to earn a treat. He will keep posting a little to encourage Nina to keep tracking forward, but we try and keep the leg aids to a minimum so that Nina learns to respond to light cues, like would come from a child. Again, what we're emphasizing is a nice stop. Nina can trot well, but what we want her to do is learn to trot very balanced, in a nice way that will be easy for a child to ride. Nina has picked up on this task very quickly and stops square and nice without much pressure on the rein at all. Les begins using more and more of the arena and going through more and more obstacles before asking Nina to whoa. The heavier weight and use of the arena at large is quite a bit of distraction for Nina, but she's handling it very well. Again, our goal is that she's confident and rhythmic in her gaits, and not frightened. It's generally believed that the environment has a large impact on a horse's confidence and can cause a great deal of spookiness. We think that's true, but we think that you can cut down considerably on a horse's spookiness simply if they understand what their job is. The weather isn't great for training on this particular day. It had been very warm, and now it's rainy and cold and windy. But because we're being methodical about what we're teaching Nina, she's able to make great progress even on an off day. Les has just begun making sharper turns on her, which makes it difficult for her to keep her balance with his heavier weight, but she learns how to manage it quite well and keeps trotting to earn the reward. The thing that I really like about this is you can really see Nina thinking, trying, and being engaged. She's definitely trying to please. Even with all the extra distractions, we still get a nice stop at the end.